Hello and welcome. Welcome to the post Halloween Blues show, where we are going to talk to each other together, get each other through what is undoubtedly a very depressing day for a lot of us. To everybody in the chat so far, Rudy, Caleb, T. Parker, Sean Sr., John, it ain't no butterflies. How's everybody doing? To everybody that is not in the chat, but is watching, hello, Christina. How are you? Yeah, guys, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I could sit here and lie to you and say it's just another day. It's no big deal. It's a sad day. It's always a sad day. As you can see, the lights are already off from behind me, although I think that's going to be a year-round thing. But my wife made me take them down yesterday for her to put them out in the family room. I'll be probably putting them back up. Hey, Sam. Hey, Art. Hey, Brooke. Yeah, I am here to help you guys get through today. And you guys are here to help me get through today. And yes, Ben says happy half off Halloween day. That is absolutely true. Um, I want to let you guys know something really quick. Hopefully, this doesn't make some of you guys run for the hills. It's just me today. Justin is taking a week off of YouTube to focus on some things. He's life's a little hectic for him right now, so he needed a week off. So I told him no big deal. It's just going to be me. So I hope I can keep you guys entertained enough. We have some things to talk about for sure. I wanted to just really talk to you guys. Want to know what you guys did for Halloween. Art says there were only 5 trick-or-treaters last night. So he has 3 bags of candy to get through till Christmas. All my Halloween movies are recorded from AMC Fear Fest. That's awesome about recording the movies on Fear Fest. That's a bummer about the trick-or-treaters. I took my son trick-or-treating for the first time yesterday. And he seemed to have a good time, and all that candy's mine. So, you know, but yeah, what did you guys do for Halloween? First and foremost, how did your Halloween go? What did you watch? What did you do? What did you dress up as if you dressed up? If you guys follow me on social media, you saw that for our Halloween party, we were Ash and Pikachu. Her idea. I grew up loving Pokemon, so you know it works. But yeah, what did you guys do? What'd you watch? So I took my son trick-or-treating for the first time. Came home, watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, and watched the original Halloween. And then it was after midnight. I watched a little TV and I called it a night. I was pretty tired. And that was pretty much what I did. Art ordered In-N-Out and watched Halloween 1, 2, and 18 till midnight. Awesome. T. Parker watched all 12 and the rankings have changed. Nice. Let's see. Christina, trick-or-treater started at 5:30. By 6:30, there wasn't anyone. Yeah, we were done. My son was done before 7 o'clock. I mean, it was, granted, he's not even 2 yet, so he was tuckered out. Cool. Nice, Caleb. I did not watch Jacko. What's up, Drew? You were dressed up as Daphne from Scooby-Doo. That's awesome. We were going to do Daphne and Fred, and then we were going to do Velma and Shaggy, and we couldn't get the costumes that we wanted in enough time. So, you know, we just we did something else. Watched the original Halloween. Yeah, so it's funny. I was texting Christian last night till like 3 a.m, and we were just bullshitting, and we were talking, and I was like, you know what, man? Like about a half hour into Halloween, my wife gets up, and I was like, where are you going? She's like, I'm going to bed, and I was like, okay. And she's like halfway down the hallway to our room, and she goes, you know, I wish we could have just watched something that wasn't boring. And then I was like, well, great. Here comes a divorce. So I'm kidding. But yeah, God, just shot right in the heart with that. She just, T. Parker carved pumpkins. Awesome. Watched 1, 2, 2018 kills in H2O. Sean Sr., nice. Sam had to work the night shift. That's a bummer, man. Night Before Christmas. That's awesome. Dressed up as a wrestler. All right. Went on a coffee date and didn't go well. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know. Those are fighting words. You know? I'm like, ridiculous. T. Parker, that is interesting that it has changed so much. I'm excited to get into that. But yeah, guys, I mean, today's weird. You know, a lot of you guys, obviously, if you're watching this, and most of you, if you're subscribed to my channel, you're a horror fan, you're a Halloween fan. So you know how weird this time is, like right after Halloween for like 3 weeks, because like, and no shame if some of you start preparing for Christmas now, you know, that's your prerogative. That's totally fine. You know, if that's what you do, awesome. I don't. I wait until Thanksgiving night. Right after Thanksgiving dinner, I always put up the tree right after Thanksgiving dinner that night. So I don't start the Christmas season until Thanksgiving night. But if some of you do, that's awesome. But that's why, I mean, it's weird. It's like, even with Thanksgiving, I mean, you don't really like decorate, you know, a bunch of all these Thanksgiving movies, you know, it's not as festive, although I love Thanksgiving. Don't get me wrong. I can eat all day. You might look at me and think that's not true, but I can eat all day. So we're in this weird limbo now where it's like, we're not quite to Christmas season. We're right after Halloween. So you have this like 3-week period where you're just kind of like, what do I do with my life? And that's kind of where I am right now. And it's kind of weird. It's sad. Jamie, hello. Jamie carved pumpkins, roasted the seeds. Nice. We did that for the first time last year. They actually weren't bad. Watched the Child's Play remake. Pleasantly surprised. Nice. I'm glad to hear that you liked it. I'm glad to hear you liked it. I'm glad you had a good Halloween. That's awesome. But yeah, because we're gonna do some cool things this winter on the channel. We're gonna talk a lot about Christmas horror movies. And we're also gonna do that on the You Need a Horror podcast. By the way, guys, if you're in here right now, stick around because here in a few minutes, I am going to give you the exclusive scoop on a guest that I scored for the You Need a Horror podcast in 2 weeks. And I'm very excited about this episode, and I cannot wait to tell you guys. I did the legwork and I got him. So I can't wait to share that. It is not Scout. Unfortunately, we still have not gotten through to Scout, but we are trying. So keep up the fight with us. Zach the First, haven't trick-or-treated in years, but this is probably the first year I've genuinely kind of celebrated Halloween. Put orange lights all over my room. Just got the Halloween Kills soundtrack on vinyl. Awesome, man. That's awesome. That's a great soundtrack. I need to get the vinyl as well. Ate a lot of candy corn pumpkins. Nice. Black Christmas. Danielle Harris. I wish. Funny, Brooke, we are trying to get Dominique Othman-Girard. We are trying. I've actually spoken to Dominique a few times. He's a really nice man. Problem with Dominique is he lives in China, so the timing is like the time difference is insane. We reached out to him a few days ago, but we haven't heard back yet. But yes, we are actually trying. So it's funny that you say that. But yeah, Christina, I wish it was Danielle Harris, but I don't want to spoil anything. We may still get Danielle Harris. Goodness, I'm saying too much. I need to shut up. Christian might be in here anyway. Christian might hop in here at some point today. He said that if he finds a little bit today, he will hop on in the stream. So he might come on here with me in a few. No promises, but Christina, I just messaged him on Facebook. We had a conversation, talked about his work, talked about what I liked about Halloween 5. He was super kind about it. Like, thank you so much. Like, that means a lot to me. I'm glad, there are people out there that appreciate it. And I was like, dude, I don't just appreciate it. I love it. And I get chastised for it. No, it is not John. You know what? I won't leave you guys in suspense anymore. All right. So, if it was John Carpenter, I would literally shit my pants. And I did reach out to him. I do not expect to hear back from him, Brooke, but I did. So we'll start off with a hint. We'll see if anybody can guess it. And let me say something. The reason this is cool, this is not a huge name, but it's a very intriguing movie. And we don't have hardly anything about it. So we're going to be able to get firsthand scoops from this person that are going to be really cool to get an insight before anybody else can on this movie. So I'll give you a hint. It is a modern, this is a director. It's a horror film director. And he is directing or has just directed, I won't go as far to say what, a sequel of a modern horror icon. Modern horror icon. Think of modern horror. Think of modern horror icons. Who's over the last 20 years or so, a new icon that really has popped up that people love. This is a sequel. I'm not saying it's a number 2. I'm just saying it's a sequel to a modern horror icon that we don't know hardly anything about. Anybody got any guesses? I'm excited to hear what the chat has to think. Mike Flanagan, I wish. Nobody from Scream? Patrick Wilson. I would crap my pants if it was Patrick. Same thing with Fede Alvarez, Don't Breathe's director. You guys are you're a little too recent. I want you to go back to the early 2000s. Early 2000s. There was a movie that came out in the first few years of the 2000s that is arguably now the antagonist is a modern horror icon. Go back. David Gordon Green would be awesome. It's not David Gordon Green. Damien Leone. It is not Damien Leone. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not like a household name, but then when you think of the movie that he's doing, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna wet Trick or Treat. I wish Devon Sawa. No, not Devon Sawa. Although we probably could get him on. He's actually really active on social media. If we reached out to him, I did reach out to Alex Vincent as well. We're gonna see about that, but that's not the announcement. Gonna give you a minute, and I'm just gonna say it if not okay, because I'm being a little ambiguous with it. So, American Psycho. Yes, Brooke wins. Brooke has guessed it correctly. In 2 weeks, Christian and I will be sitting down with Timo Voronsola, director of Jeepers Creepers Reborn. The reason this is so exciting to me is because the marketing on this movie has just begun, so we know hardly anything about it. And we're going to sit down with Timo, and we are going to pick his brain about Jeepers Creepers Reborn. We are going to get into the nitty gritty, and I'm going to find Christian and I are we're going to scoop stuff. We're going to get whatever Timo will tell us. I wanted to give you guys something to make you happy on this day after Halloween. I know we all have the blues a little bit. So I said, screw it. Why string them along? Yes, Timo Voronsola will be joining us for the You Need a Horror podcast. I'm going to schedule that. Christian, since you're in here, Busta Rhymes has entered the chat. Yeah, I'm going to try to schedule this tentatively for 2 weeks from yesterday. Not this weekend, but the following Sunday. And I can't promise anything with Christian, but I think that since he lives in Finland, he's 7 hours ahead of us. So or actually 8 hours ahead of Christian. So we're going to film at like 10, 11 a.m. And I think Christian should be able to get it out that evening on his channel because there probably really won't need to be any editing or anything like that. We're usually pretty seamless with that unless it's Sean Clark because, Sean, and I don't mean that as a slight at all. Sean's awesome, but he'll tell you himself sometimes, he forgets that he's like, kind of just, I don't even know what I'm saying. Like he'll get up to go pee or something because we'll be talking for so long because Sean has so many stories. So love you, Sean. I know you're subscribed to me. So if you watch this, don't you worry. I am not hating on you. And that's, so yeah, we're going to pick his brain. We're going to give you guys some scoops on Jeepers Creepers Reborn. We'll talk to the director himself. I don't know if you guys saw the 15-second teaser of the trailer that, I always hate how they're doing that now. Here's a teaser trailer of the teaser trailer, whatever. But it actually looked like competently made. And like, I was really happy with it. I was, because you wonder with a movie like that, where you're not hearing a lot of coverage or seeing things about it, if it's going to be like some low budget rushed piece of crap. And it doesn't look like that at all. And you can tell with talking to Timo that he's very passionate about it. So I'm really excited to see this movie, and I'm really excited to talk to him about it. And hopefully we can get some clarity on like what this release rollout is like, because we haven't heard much. So talking to Timo should be cool. But yeah, I'm excited about that, guys. I've also I was in touch with Sean Clark the other day. Sean wants to come back on the podcast. He said anytime we want him, he's down. I told him that I would, obviously would love to sit down with Sean regardless, but Christian and I also would love to have him and Christopher Nelson on because they do the thing with two heads. I don't know how realistic that is right now, because then Sean, was telling me it's kind of difficult. Oh my goodness. Then Sean was telling me it's kind of difficult because, I guess Christopher Nelson is like knee deep in prepping for Halloween Ends right now because they start shooting in 2 months. So I'm assuming a lot of pre-production's going on right now. So we're talking about Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I think that would be cool. Chris Nelson, if you guys don't know, also Chris Nelson, he's the makeup effects artist for Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. Made the mask, does all the kills, all that. He also is, he does it's not weekly anymore. It used to be weekly, but he's a busy guy. Podcast on Sean Clark's channel. So, I'm excited to hopefully get them both onto the podcast. But regardless, we're going to get Sean Clark on there and get some insight into Halloween Kills because he was on set and everything. Maybe some cool stories that we didn't know, how they did this and how they did that. But if we could get Chris as well, that'd be awesome because maybe he could just give us a little tease about Halloween Ends. That'd be awesome. So, yeah, that's what's in the pipeline right now. Yeah, I had a good Halloween, guys. I really hope you guys did too. I wanted to talk to you guys about something. I wanted to be honest with you. I did not watch one Halloween film this October. And that's not what I mean. Out of all the Halloween films, one of them I did not watch. So I watched 11, but I did not watch all 12. There was one of them I missed. And unfortunately, I did it on purpose. I did not feel the need that I had to rush to watch it. And I don't want anyone to lambaste me or anything like that. But can you guys guess which one it was? You're going to be surprised. It's not going to be the one you think it is. So before you even type that answer out, it's not the one you think I'd skip. I'm just going to say that. Yes, I did watch Chucky this week. The only thing I really liked it. I really, really liked it. I did. I just hope Lexi's dead. I'm not going to get into spoilers, guys, but I feel like they were really ambiguous with that. I hate her. So, no, I did watch Curse. I watched 2018. I watched Resurrection. Yeah. On the You Need a Horror podcast with Christian. 3, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Yep. Watched them. Bingo, Brooke. Rob Zombie's Halloween. That was the only Halloween film I did not watch this October. I don't know what it is. I love the second half of that movie. I mean, I genuinely do. I love it. But I've gotten to a point where the first half of that movie is so hard for me to watch sometimes. It's just a chore to get through that I just didn't feel compelled to pop it in. And I'm not the type of person that's going to pop a movie in and immediately skip to the middle of the movie. Like, if I'm going to immerse myself in it, I need to immerse myself in it. And I just didn't feel like getting into the Michael childhood backstory. So I didn't watch it. And I had time last night. Halloween ended, my 78 ended about 12:15. And I stayed awake for another 2 hours or so. But I even thought about it. I was like, should I put in Rob Zombie's Halloween and like complete the circle, watch all 12? I was like, no, I just don't feel the need. Yeah, and see, I agree, Zach. It's the dialogue doesn't really bother me that much either. It is over the top, but like it doesn't get under my skin. But after watching it a few times, you're just like, I don't ever need to see that again. I don't ever feel like I have to watch that again or my life will be forever changed. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like I could do without it. So any diehard fans of Zombies Halloween, I apologize. You guys know I enjoy that movie, mainly the second half. I don't hate it, but I just did not feel compelled to watch it. I really didn't. Yes, T. Parker, Halloween Kills has passed $115 million worldwide. My final guess on that when I was talking to Justin was that I was going to do 130 to 150 worldwide when it was all said and done. Probably going to be closer to 130 than 150, but very, very successful to open in the midst of a pandemic and be day and date streaming. That's awesome. Very excited. Sarah, ended my night with Trick or Treat after coming home from the drive-in. That's awesome. Yeah, I watched Trick or Treat earlier this month, so I didn't double dip this year. Sometimes I watch it twice in October, but I only watched it once. Bobby, I'm going to respectfully disagree, but we all have our opinions, and I respect it. Yeah, that was my Halloween. What do we do now, guys? So it's November 1st. By the way, I'm liking this setup. Just freely talking to everyone, not feeling the need of having to, really address the Halloween franchise. I'm kind of burnt out after talking about it all month. So I'm really liking this. Like, all right, let's open it up. What do we do for the next 3 weeks? Anybody got any, we cry. That's true. Any Thanksgiving horror movies you want to give a shout out to that I maybe have not seen? No, Rudy. No. You wait like 3 more weeks before you get into that Mariah Carey bullshit. Okay. I'm putting my foot down. Thanksgiving? It is very bad. Kill turkeys, yes. Caleb, I like Halloween 6. I always have. I prefer the theatrical cut. Um, but I like it. I like it a lot. Silent Night, Deadly Night movies. Yes. I mean, like I said, if you're someone that does start that a little bit earlier, that's totally fine. I usually wait. I agree, Bobby. Halloween isn't like it used to be when I was a kid, but I still love it. I do, especially because I have a kid now, so I can kind of live vicariously through him and take all his candy. It's the dopest. Um, how to watch Halloween Kills in Canada? I don't know, man. I really don't. That's a good question. Um, man, I wonder how. Well, Dave McRae lives in Canada, and he's been able to watch it at home. I don't know. Have you? Google be a better bet than me, man. I am stumped on that. Yeah, and that's the same thing, Zach. I don't really know many either. I do recommend Halloween 6. I do, Kaylee. Is Spirit 50% off today? It's 50% off here in the States, yeah. Yeah, it should be. Uh yeah, I agree, T Parker. And I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Like Christmas is fantastic. I have always, since I was a child, loved the Christmas season, but I have enough patience to wait until Thanksgiving night. I have enough patience. And it's been great. The past 2 years, we've gotten our first snowfall on Thanksgiving night. So that's when I always put my tree up. And it's been snowing the past 2 years. You know, we ate dinner, watched some football, put up the tree, and it starts snowing. And it's like, all right, let's go. Let's go drive ourselves broke. Uh, yeah, it's pretty great. Canada is theater only for kills. Well, like I said, Dave McRae did a watch along from home last night. So I don't know how he managed that because he lives in Toronto. Um, like I said, though, I am totally ignorant on that. I would have no idea. None. That's crazy. That is crazy, though. It's supposed to snow there tomorrow. Oh, God, Jamie. It's a little early for that. Yes. Yeah, random. Well, okay, so technically I saw Halloween Resurrection at the drive-in when I was a child, but I don't remember it. Um, because of obviously I was like 7 or 8, and I think I actually fell asleep. It was like a double feature of like a PG-13 movie, and then Resurrection was after it. My mom, we went, and I think I fell asleep. So I guess technically the first one that I was physically present for at a theater was Resurrection, but I don't remember it. And then I saw Rob's first 2 movies on opening night, and then 18 and Kills on opening night as well. So technically, I've seen 5 of 12 in theaters. Technically, not all of them the best 5 to see in theaters, but you know. Bobby, I am one person who is not for the idea of a Halloween TV series. I would watch it because it's Michael Myers, but I've never been one to really be into the idea of that. I don't think Michael is episodic like that. I think Michael works really well in an hour and a half to hour and 45 minute doses. And then you wait a year, 2 years, 3 years before you get more of him. I don't want to get burnt out on him too. You know, I don't want someone to drag it out too long to try to create story that may not be there. Now, if there is a good story that they're able to stretch into like a 10 episode series, I am open to it. But it's not something I would prefer. Spent all my money on Halloween merchandise. No Christmas presents. I wish I could say no Christmas presents. Yeah, I agree, Sarah. Halloween 2018 was your first movie in a theater. That's awesome. That's awesome. For me personally, 2018 was a letdown in theaters. That got better upon rewatches and then has slowly gone down again. And then Kills was a good experience at the theater that has gotten better upon all of my viewings. I think I've watched Kills 5 times now, And the last time I watched it was for our Halloween Kills commentary that just dropped yesterday on Kristen's channel for the You Need a Horror podcast, which was a super fun discussion. But after that, I told him, I was like, I'm going to take a break from Kills for a little bit, probably till it comes out on Blu-ray. I've seen it 5 times now. You know, I don't need, I don't know. I don't need to see it anymore right now. I don't know. How many times have you guys seen it? And how has it changed for you? Do you like it more with more watches, or do you like it less with more watches? And while you guys are typing out answers and whatnot, yeah, I know you did, Jamie, and I'm glad to hear that. I wasn't alone on that island, on that stream. I saw, I believe it was Region Free. Might have been Region Free that you were in the comments of. I can't remember what it was, but everybody was trashing it. And Jamie, or yeah, it was Region Free. Yeah. And Jamie was like, I liked it. I think it was it Region Free, Jamie? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Region Free. Halloween Kills, awesome experience. The more I like it. Yes. Yeah. And it's the same way. 3 times. Loved it every time. That's awesome. Same way for 18, man. Bummer walking out of the theater. Got it. Watched it on home video. I know, Jamie, but I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't on drugs here. Yes, I knew you're a part of Region Free. Okay, so that's what it was. I was happy to see that, Jamie. You know, everybody seemed to be kind of trashing it, and Jamie was like, I liked it. And I was like, good for you, Jamie. Stand on that soapbox and preach. I wanted to be on that Region Free, but I was simultaneously streaming that night. Christian was like, yeah, Piz, Piz said I'm sure Piz would be cool with you coming on. I was like, I'm doing a stream with Justin, or I would have been there to go to war for Halloween Kills. Does Ohio get a lot of snow? The past few years, yeah. The past few years, it does get a lot of snow. No, don't worry about it, Jamie. You're good. 9 out of 10. I haven't rewatched it, but it's a lot worse in retrospect. It's a bummer. Yes, Caleb, my favorite Christmas movie, without a doubt, hands down. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Not Christmas Vacation 2. That movie sucks. Sarah loved Halloween Kills. What's up, Jason? How you doing, buddy? Hope you had a great Halloween, man. That's right, Bobby. That's right. That's right. Hugo, if you're watching, yeah, you're quiet. You're quiet. Wes, you're quiet. Why are you quiet? Why would the Browns fans be quiet today? Been harassing me in my live chats for months. I got the last laugh. That's enough about sports, guys. I just had to get that out. Watch it 3 times. Like the new sheriff because he was the less cringe one, but you're right. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well too. Hope your Halloween was good. Have you seen Courtney Cox's Halloween post where she showed off her Scream 3 bangs? Oh God, I haven't. I try to stay away from pictures of the bangs. I mean, whoever told Courtney it was a good idea. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for Courtney. Those were awful. Those bangs. But yeah. So it seems like a lot of people agree that they either liked Kills at first or they're starting to come around to it more. It's awesome. Yeah, Jamie, I am. I was raised that way by my stepdad since I was 5 years old. So I am no bandwagon. I've been a fan for over 20 years living in this state. Kills is one of the movies that I think is very slashery, where it gets a lot of issues. It's so damn fun. It was David Arquette. Oh, Lord. That's why they split. That's awesome. Oh, my goodness. I can't. David, why? Oh, my God. David. That clearly she looked back on that and she was like, you wanted a divorce this whole time, didn't you, you asshole? Now there is a movie out into the ether for the rest of my life where I have these awful bangs and it's your fault, David. Wonder if she called him Dewey. I mean, if it were me, I would have called him Dewey. But that's just me. I'm not married to David Arquette, guys. If I was, I do YouTube a lot more because I wouldn't have to work. So, you know. What's up, Norin? How's it hanging? How was your Halloween? Do your weight put a lot of pressure on the film? That's very true. That's very true. I will never forgive David for. I know. I know. Oh, Art. This is fun, guys. I'm enjoying this. I do too, Jamie. I do too. But Jason, why'd you have a lackluster Halloween, man? What was so lackluster about it? What about you guys? Did everybody in the chat, everybody that is watching on the playback, everybody that's watching live right now, did you guys watch every Halloween movie this October? Were there ones you intentionally avoided that you don't like? Let me know. Did you guys marathon some Michael Myers? Not Austin Powers. Yeah, it's cool that they're still friends. I agree, Ben. That is really cool because obviously that, could have really ruined things. Great kids made up. Yeah, like bandits. That's nice. Baking cookies and carving pumpkins. Hell yeah. All but 6. Okay. Yeah, the writers definitely are trying a little bit too hard. I completely agree, Brooke. I think a lot of that's Danny McBride. Watches them all, plus got to see Halloween 26. Yeah, and Sarah got to go to the drive-in and see Halloween 78, Halloween 2, 1981 at the freaking drive-in on Halloween night. That is awesome. That is awesome. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Rewatched all of them, but watched the original. Okay, gotcha. I missed off Resurrection because I never need to see it. Hey, well, if you just watched the commentary that Christian and I gave, we'll just say that counts. Because you just heard us. Actually, like half of that commentary for UNITA, we weren't even paying attention to the movie and we were just bullshitting about other things because that movie just gets to a point where it is so boring. So, like, I just don't care what's on TV. I was also drinking. I even made a point to tell Christian, like, I'm drinking for this because I haven't watched this movie in like 3 years. And so I just cashed in my resurrection card for the next like 5 years. Maybe I'll revisit it by the time I'm 32. We'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell. Watched Kills and Halloween 2 this year. That's it. Which Halloween 2? Rob's or the original? But yeah, guys, what questions do you have for me? We got this free-flowing post-Halloween blues discussion going on. Are we planning Thanksgiving yet? Do you guys know what you're doing for Thanksgiving? If you celebrate Thanksgiving, are we planning it yet? What's going on? No, I know. I think the reason that we go to McBride is because it's usually comedic elements that are falling flat, and he is the comedic guy in the writer's room. I mean, David Gordon Green is funny as well, but some of these scenes just scream Danny McBride. They just scream Danny McBride. Hell yeah, I dig it, T. Parker. Okay. Got you, Jason. Going to visit family, playing my James Bond month. That's awesome. So, Caleb, the past few years we've had Thanksgiving in my house, but this year is different. We are going to my sister's house in Tennessee for Thanksgiving because it is her first Thanksgiving without my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law, Ryan, her husband. So she wants the family to go there for Thanksgiving. So we're going to go there and be with her, which is new. We haven't done that. Normally we have it at our house. So yeah, that's what we're doing for Thanksgiving this year. First non-horror movie you want to check out this month. Honestly, I really think I'm going to go back. It's funny that you ask that because Norn's talking about James Bond. I'm probably going to watch some of the Bond movies. I usually watch the Bond movies in November. I also usually watch the Harry Potter films in November. My wife watches all the Twilight films in November. Like, it's like her thing. I can tolerate most. Believe it or not, I actually can. Let's see. Black Friday sales. Oh my God. I am optimistic for Scream 5. I really am. I do think the trailer looked really good. Saw Antlers. Nice, Rudy. Um, it's I I do have an interest in Antlers. Last Night in Soho, I've heard is really good, but the trailers just did nothing for me. You know what I mean? Like, it looks very competently made, and I like Edgar Wright. And obviously, this is him kind of venturing into a little bit different of a foray for him. So, like, I'm definitely interested, but it's not a movie I felt I was going to have to go to the theater to catch out. I just, I'll catch it when it comes out onto a streaming service or home video. Also, I want to see what Christian's thoughts are on it and Justin's thoughts. Um, I usually trust their opinions a lot, so we have similar tastes. Christian has a vaster knowledge of some Italian horror and zombie horror and stuff like that than I do. So if he appreciates a movie like that, like Last Night in Soho, with the kind of horror knowledge that he has, I'm sure I will too. Saw Dune. That's awesome. I also decided that, and Unita's doing the same thing. We're doing a Nightmare November. I don't know what that's going to entail on the Unita Horror Podcast, but we are going to talk A Nightmare on Elm Street at some point. I think I will revisit some of the Nightmare movies and maybe do some reviews on my channel or some live commentaries. I'm not sure, maybe both. So I think that'll be the theme for this November, is Nightmare November. Yeah, and like I said, the trailer wasn't bad. It's just I didn't know what vibe I was getting from it. Like, is this horror? Is this a thriller? Is this supernatural? Is this, I don't know. Is it a crime story? You know what I mean? Yeah, okay. So the trailer underselling it. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, count me in. But yeah, I mean, it's I'll see both of them. Okay, Sarah brings up a good question, guys. Is anybody going to see Ghostbusters Afterlife? I am not. I'm not going to see it, not because I don't think it looks good. I do think it's going to be good. But I'm just going to catch it when it comes out, like at home. But I will say, part of me is tempted because rumor has it that the full trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home will be released in front of Ghostbusters Afterlife. So if it's not online that night, I might have to go see it because I need that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire confirmation in that trailer to justify my hype. Bobby, the last time I went trick-or-treating, believe it or not, I was 17. Yes. Yeah, I did it on purpose because I said this is the last year I can technically go and get candy for free. So by God, I'm doing it. And I was dressed up like Michael Myers, and my ex-girlfriend was dressed up as Laurie Strode. True story. True story. Paul Rudd, so definitely, yep. Watched the first 3 Nightmare movies over the weekend. Of course, I hadn't seen them since I was a kid, and unfortunately, I didn't care for them. I love the second one. I love the second one, and the first one, and the third one. Actually, I love all 3. Yeah. I don't know why I was saying it like, whoa, yeah, no. Hey, man. That's fine, man. I'm not the type, me, Jason. I'm not the type of person to be like, you're wrong. I can't believe you didn't like this. Shame. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean, Zach. It doesn't seem like there's much of a hype train for this new Ghostbusters movie, which is interesting because we've gotten pretty much confirmation in the trailer that at least Dan Aykroyd is going to appear in it, although I'm almost certain it's going to be in a very limited role near the end of the film. But, Caleb, I am not a fan of Freddy vs. Jason. Not at all. I think it's a poopy movie. Yeah, Christian and Pizal got into that last week on Crystal Lake Memories Part 2 when we talked about the New Line era of Friday the 13th, and none of us, all 3 of us, we just don't like it. Some guy dressed as Harley Quinn. Hell yeah, give that man an award. Um, let's see. What else? Do we have anything else coming out this month? We've got we just had Antlers and Last Night in Soho come out, obviously. And I know a couple of my friends have seen Antlers already. They really liked it. T. Parker, this is a good question. Oh yeah, Resident Evil. Yeah. What's your ranking of the live action Spider-Man films? Y'all ready for some controversy? All right. My favorite live action Spider-Man film, Spider-Man 2. After Spider-Man 2, this is going to surprise some people. I genuinely don't care. The Amazing Spider-Man. Then, man, this is difficult. You're making me think. Oh my goodness. So Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm just gonna do it. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home. That's my ranking as of right now. So, people might be like, oh my God, like you're excited for No Way Home and you have Homecoming and Far From Home as your last two. Yeah, I'm not a big Marvel person, but I'm a Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man fan. So that's why I'm hyped for this movie. That is why I'm hyped for this movie. And that's why I need the damn confirmation, although we all pretty much know what's happening. My ranking's controversial. It's different. I grew up with Tobey as my Spider-Man when I was a kid. And then when I was a teenager, when I was in high school, Andrew was my Spider-Man. He was in high school. I don't know. I just kind of identified with him. It was like the perfect time for those movies to come out because I was in high school as well. And then, just Marvel. If you're a Marvel fan, that's awesome. I just never really have been. And there's so many like plot points and characters and so many movies that I'm just not caught up on. So I definitely don't get all the references. I actually did enjoy Homecoming. I will say that. I did like Homecoming. I did not like Far From Home. That is the only live action Spider-Man movie that I genuinely walked away from and was like, that movie sucked. And that's how I felt. And my wife felt the same way. We watched Far From Home and we both looked at each other when it was over. And I was like, that kind of sucked. Like, I did not like it at all. Hell yeah, T. Parker. All right. You're giving The Amazing Spider-Man some love. You got some balls. I was going to put The Amazing Spider-Man 2 above The Amazing Spider-Man. I still might. That movie's so fun. That movie's so fun. But yeah. We got some Spider-Man talk, man. This is what happens when Halloween's over. What the hell do we talk about? Anything and everything. Anything. You name it. Let's talk about it. Wow. I remember a story of Spider-Man 3. When Spider-Man 3 came out in theaters, I was 13 years old. And I went and saw Spider-Man 3 in the theater with two of my buddies. And I'm 13, mind you. So I'm definitely a little immature. I still am, at almost 27. But regardless, and we were making farting noises and stuff. Like, just being kids. And this grown man turns around and like starts cussing us out. Like he wants to take us outside and fight us. I literally said to him, I was like, I'm 13 years old. I'm 13 years old. Calm down. Yes, T. Parker, that is what made me fall in love with the Amazing Spider-Man films is Andrew and Emma. I mean, their chemistry is on point. I mean, it's fantastic. God, what happens to her in the Amazing Spider-Man 2? I cried the first time I saw it. I cried. I mean, it was heartbreaking. Do I like DC over Marvel? That's hard. I would say yes. Just because they're properties. I'm not necessarily saying they're films because I know DC has been a lot more miss than hit. But Batman and the Joker. I love Batman and the Joker. Whereas Marvel, I love Spider-Man. And then I like Venom. And Iron Man was cool. But yeah, Batman and the Joker, man. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree, T. Parker. It's sad. It's so sad. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. It's crazy. Um, we had a really busy October. All these new films coming out. So many new films hitting theaters, hitting streaming, and it seems like November is really kind of like not so much, and then December is not as crazy. Well, it might be as crazy as October because you have Spider-Man, you have The Matrix 4, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think you have The Matrix 4 in December. Or is that next December? No, I think that's this December. Yeah. God, I haven't seen those movies in forever though. Um, and then January you've got Scream. Yeah. Sarah, I saw your comment about Morbius. There is a new trailer for Morbius coming out tomorrow. It actually leaked online today, but I couldn't find the leak. I did look for it, but I couldn't find it. So it is this December. Okay. Um, hey, thank you, Caleb. Thank you. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting. I'm interested to see what happens to the landscape at the beginning of next year. You would think when you're starting to see these movies start to make money now, consistent, healthy profits, maybe a lot of these studios are going to say, okay, let's get our movies that we have finished out. Let's stop holding them. I would hope. Um, Matrix 4 will be on HBO Matrix too. I know what you mean. HBO Max. I haven't seen the 3 Matrix movies in years. So I have to get caught back up on those if I want to watch it, but I won't lie to you. I'm not dying to see the movie or anything. You like the 2016 Suicide Squad? I never saw it, so I can't speak to it. Yes, T. Parker. Sony loves Tom Holland. They love Tom Holland. What's going on, Richard? Uh, I don't think a lot of people are happy on this November 1st, unfortunately. But thank you for popping in. Wishing everyone a happy Monday. Happy Monday to you too, as well, buddy. Hope the post Halloween blues aren't too bad for you. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Like, let me tell you something really quick. I just got to get this off my chest. I want to see if anybody else feels this way. When I go to bed on Halloween night, like when I make up my mind, like, okay, I am going to bed. I'm done for the night. I need to go to bed. I always feel guilty and kind of depressed, like a little depressed inside and guilty because there's still technically night left, on Halloween night, even though I was up till almost 3 o'clock, I think. Maybe I was up till 3. But you feel guilty and depressed because you are starting the timer for next Halloween. You're going to wake up. It's over. Start your countdown till next year. Does anybody else feel that way? Do you feel like when you go to bed on Halloween night that you are just, I don't know, almost cheating Halloween? I don't know. That's an interesting conversation. Maybe I'm alone in this boat. Maybe I'm not. Maybe some of you guys feel that way. Sound off. Yes, yeah, I agree, T. Parker, that they've already begun today. And I've seen Christmas commercials. Richard, exactly how I felt last night. Thank you. I am not alone. Supreme Rent. Thank you. Thank you. That's how I felt. You're just like, you get into bed and you're just kind of like, you feel dirty. I mean, you're like, what am I doing? I'm cheating on Halloween with sleep. How dare I? Yeah, it's quite the conundrum. It's a bummer, you know. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Also, I want to throw something at you guys. I want your opinion on this. So I have a stream idea for December, and I feel like, yeah, I agree, Zach. I agree. Okay, good, T. Parker. So I want to get your guys' opinion on something. So my birthday is December 22nd. Christmas is obviously December 25th. I've had people mention this to me before in live chats saying I should do this. So I want to know what you guys think. And I don't want to do it if nobody's going to participate, because then what's the point? Like, if you guys want me to do it, I'll do it. I want to do a stream, birthday stream probably, on my birthday, where I unbox stuff. But in order to do that, I would need to receive things. So I've been asked before to make an Amazon wish list and share it in the description of my videos and on social media to all my friends and subscribers. Subscribers are friends, you know what I mean? Would you guys participate in that? If I said, here's an Amazon wish list, do y'all want to have me do this unboxing of all this cool shit you guys contributed on my birthday? If you guys want me to do that, I'll do that. I'm literally only mentioning this because multiple times it's been brought up in a live chat, or it's been messaged to me on social media. Hey, you should do this. I know people like Lee and Pizowl and stuff, like they do unboxings, and I love those videos. It's so cool to see the cool stuff they get. It's awesome. But I've never thought about doing like something like that before. So I would love to create an Amazon wish list. I don't even know how that works. Do I just, like, you guys see things I want and then you're like, you know what, screw it, I'll get him this, and it just gets mailed to me? I mean, I guess. That would be really fun for me. If it'd be fun for you, T Parker, Supreme Ren, you guys say yes. I mean, just let me know. But yeah, I mean, I think that could be really fun. I think it'd be cool because I planned on doing a birthday stream, and maybe a Christmas stream, not on Christmas, probably Christmas Eve. I don't know. Yeah, good. Okay, Sam's into it. Yeah, true, Zach. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I have had a few people ask me about it, so I might as well just do it. So I guess I'll create an Amazon wish list tonight, guys. I'll create it tonight. My wife's at work, so I'll have time where I'm allowed to be on my phone and not get yelled at for being on my phone. And I'll create it and I'll put it in the description of all my videos moving forward. I'll share it on social media. And if you guys want to partake, and if you do, just let me know, and then I will not open it until the stream on my birthday. I won't open it. It's gonna be hard to look at packages because I am very impatient when it comes to gifts, but I like genuine reaction with you guys. So, Jaden. Hey, what's up, buddy? You didn't have to actually do that, right? We were just betting in jest, but thank you so much for the, thanks for the super chat, Jaden. I hope you had a good Halloween, man. And you know what? I know we're just both glad that Halloween Kills is doing well at the box office, because that makes everyone happy. So thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. And there's another person telling me to do an unboxing. But like I said, guys, if I'm going to do this, I would have to have stuff sent to me. So, just saying, I'm going to put it out there. If I get like one gift, I'll be really sad inside that no one loves me. But that's not what it's about. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care to do it at all. If I don't, it's whatever. But you guys are telling me to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. But don't make me depressed when I realize that no one loves me. Yes. The Conjuring 2 and Krampus on Christmas Eve. Love it. Ready to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. What's up, Apollo? The drop-off for Halloween Kills second weekend was 71%, which is very steep, but expected for a horror sequel that got mixed reviews. Then actually the drop-off was only like 50%, if that, this week, 40-something percent for the third weekend. So it's actually holding pretty well. It actually is holding pretty well. JDev, all right. The video gift from Danielle Harris. Yeah, hey, Jason already got me a gift. Nips and you know what, Jaden? I'll give you a review of your choice anyway, man. You're a great contributor to the channel. Let me know in the comments right now. What do you want to see? Give me a review. I'll do it. Hey, what's up, John? That's totally fine. That is totally fine. I just know that so many people like love the idea of like, watching unboxings. I'm a sucker for it too. I love to watch unboxings but inside you do get a little like, you get eager because you're anticipating what they're about to open. Like, oh, is this going to be some cool shit? And then on top of that, you're also like, oh, I'm so jealous. Like, look at that cool shit he got. And that's I always feel that way when I watch, like, we watched a movie and Drum Dums and Pizzle open, unbox stuff. I'm like, damn it, I want it. Carl doesn't love me, Rudy. Oh my God, Apollo. I hope it doesn't, but if it does, it'll probably be like February. Okay, Antrim for sure. I have not seen it, but I will see it for you. I will see it for you. Walking Dead content or Dexter New Blood. Here's the thing about that, Jason. Um, Everybody's been telling me to watch Dexter. I've never watched Dexter. At least with The Walking Dead, I've watched most of the seasons. So like it wouldn't be hard for me to pick up the last like 2 seasons and get caught up. But Dexter, I've never watched a second of Dexter. Is this like a reboot, Dexter New Blood, or is this canon to the previous seasons of the show? Someone let me know because I don't know jack about it. I mean, I really don't. My excitement level of Scream 2022, 11 out of 10. I mean, I'm serious. I'm more excited for Scream than I was for Halloween Kills. And that's just because I've explained that ad nauseum at times. And that's just basically because we got Michael in 2018. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I had just seen Michael on the big screen 3 years ago. I haven't seen Ghostface when it comes out, it will have been 11 years. So that's a long time. That is a long time. Direct sequel, okay. It's canon. You have to start from the beginning. All right, see, yeah. So I would have to take up that journey. I mean, I'm still someone that hasn't seen Breaking Bad, guys. I know. I'm going to get lambasted for this, but I don't know what it was. I am just excited, guys. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it right now. I don't know if you guys were aware of this. T. Parker, I'm sure you're aware of this. Rudy is aware of this because he retweeted it as well, I believe, or he liked it on Twitter a few weeks ago. I am very excited for hanging out down the street. That 90s show. Yes, a direct sequel to that 70s show with Deborah Jo Rupp and Kurtwood Smith coming back as Red and Kitty Foreman. Same house, same actors, same characters. And the story is Eric and Donna had a daughter, get this, named Leia. And they are like, she's living with them for the summer. And she's going to be staying with them for the summer. And that's the story. And I'm hoping to God that we get some Topher Grace cameo in there, or we get a Laura Prepon cameo in there. We got to have it. But I am so stoked for that 90s show. That 70s show is my favorite TV show of all time. That 70s show. My favorite TV show. Yeah, Zach, it's going to be sick. And here's the thing, guys. Before anyone's like, I don't know how I feel about this. It is the same writers, same creators, everything from that 70s show. 1, 2, it's not like that spinoff they did years ago, that 80s show that had nothing to do with that 70s show that was a bunch of new characters and new actors. No, there are continuing characters that are coming back. It's a story centered around Red and Kitty Foreman. Same actors too. So I am eagerly awaiting that. That is my favorite show of all time. And Apollo, yes, I heard about this. I heard about that theory. He did not speak. I listened to it quite a bit myself. I didn't hear it. I heard what people were hearing, but it didn't sound like speaking to me. And then Dave McRae said he isolated the audio, and he said there, in fact, is not any speaking there. So, but it was an interesting theory for sure. And that is true, Zach. Danny Masterson definitely is not coming back. By the way, if you guys have not watched The Ranch on Netflix, I urge you to watch The Ranch. Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson together on that show with Sam Elliott. God, it's so good. And you get like pop-up roles from that 70s show alumni throughout that show's run. You had Deborah Jo Rupp, who was Kitty Foreman. She played a role in it. You had Wilmer Valderrama, who was Fez. He played a role in it. But yeah, The Ranch was awesome. So if you have not checked out The Ranch, check it out. Okay, Jaden's telling me to watch it too. I might have to watch Dexter. Oh, okay. Yeah, Zach. Yep. You were talking about it as I was talking about it. Yeah, I loved The Ranch. Loved The Ranch. I absolutely loved it. It was great. They made a lot of jokes at my expense, and some of, I don't know, my stances and things like that. But I'm not someone who's easily offended. So I love that. One of my favorite shows is South Park, guys. I am literally like, you cannot offend me. I don't know. It's great. It's great. I think everyone should be made fun of. I think everyone, in the sense of, everyone should be able to have a good sense of humor about it and, be kind about it, but it's just a joke. And we should all be able to take a joke and have a good time with it. No one's off limits. You guys know what I mean. If I worded that horribly, whatever, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hey, what's up, Catman? Oh, man, Zach, when Danny Masterson was written out and how they ended that whole thing, yeah, I cried. That shit hit me in my heart, man. Yeah. I'm not afraid to admit when something makes me cry. I don't know. Michael is supernatural. Does this mean he has a supernatural entity in him? I don't know how we're supposed to take that. But I would personally say, I feel like that's almost how it is. Like, we're led to believe that he's almost driven by something else. In the sense that it's basically using him as a conduit almost. I don't think that's ever going to be confirmed. And I think that's just up for us to debate amongst each other as fans. But personally, I just think that the way it's like something else drives Michael. He is flesh and blood, yes, but there's a power, there's a force inside of him that we'll never know what it is. And we don't need to know, by the way. We do not need to know that. Keep that mysterious. Just keep it very ambiguous. It makes him creepier. But there's a force inside him that drives him to do things that he may not even understand, and that you can hurt him, but this force inside of him will not let him die unless he's like blown to smithereens or decapitated. And, we've already talked about our theories on, how he is going to be, I don't know how you would say, nixed in Halloween Ends, but, or if he is at all, but I would assume with the title, with what they're building up to, yes, there is going to be some finality there to at least that timeline of Michael Myers. Yes, T. Parker, I don't even want to imagine what next October is going to be like after Halloween Ends with November 1st. That will be one of the most depressing November 1st ever, because there will be no future plans as of that moment in the Halloween franchise. We won't know where the Halloween franchise is going. I know it won't go away. But how long do we have to wait? It's exciting to know when you have another movie coming. It's exciting to have that in the bag and be able to be like, this time at this day, I'll be there watching a new Halloween movie. But once that assurance is gone after Halloween Ends, I may cry. I won't cry, but I might. We'll see. So yeah, Zach, I don't think I've ever been in the dark on where a sequel is going other than Ends. 4 years later, with slight COVID focus, DGG has kind of admitted to changing ideas a lot too. Could be amazing or poopy. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have high hopes for it, though. I really think that I believe they're going to deliver. I'm going to say this right now, guys. I think Halloween Ends will be the best of the trilogy. I really do. Apollo, that is a great question. I've been wondering that myself. I don't know if they'll give us much of an explanation. They might just leave it open-ended, like he killed Karen, disappeared into the night. No one's heard from him for 4 years. No one's seen him. I'm wondering if that's why I've talked about. I wonder if Laurie and Allison are going to hunt him, and maybe that takes us out of Haddonfield. Probably not. I think they might hunt him. I think Michael died when Karen stabbed him in the back and he stopped moving, then finally transcended fully into supernatural. Yeah. I could see that. He got his ass beat. Hey, you're good, Cat Man. Thanks for being in here. Let's take the landing. The theory I have for Michael's end. What I think and what I want. I agree with Christian's theory. The Myers house will probably be burned to the ground. And I think Michael will be in it. I also think Laurie will be in it. What I want? What do I want? I want Michael beheaded by Laurie Strode or Allison. But personally, for the fanboy in me, I want Laurie Strode to get that H2O ending for real this time. I want her to cut his damn head off and be done with it. You know, have Allison help her. They beat the shit out of him, and then Laurie cuts his head off. That's what I want. How do I think it's going to happen? He's going to burn to death in the Myers house. That's what I'm saying. Art eating candy while waiting for steak. Nice. H2O has entered the chat. Yes, because everybody knows, regardless of my feelings on that movie, that ending is superb. If that were the actual case of what happened, that is superb. So what do I want? You know what I want. I want that mofo's head. People go, well, then you can't bring Michael back. Yes, you can. Because you just alternate timeline. Soft reboot. We've seen it many times in many horror franchises. Plus, it's Michael Myers. Do you even really need to explain it? People will still go see it. Game plan ends come out this year. Yes, that is true. Also, Richard, I don't think they really thought that through at the beginning anyway. How could you have done Halloween Ends? You guys remember where everyone was at after Halloween Kills? Does like Laurie can't knee a doctor in the balls without re-splitting her stomach back open. Allison clearly has like a fractured femur. So what were you going to have? Laurie in a wheelchair and Allison on crutches going to fight Michael Myers and Halloween Ends? Just didn't make any damn sense. So I'm glad they went back. Jaden, I think the Myers house will be demolished during the time jump. That's true. That is a good point. That might actually be gone before we get there. Sean, what is up, my friend? I know you love this series, Nick. So do I, but this series needs a good long rest when you continue. Series too long, it becomes bad after it ends. Good break. Well, you know me. A lot of people would agree with you, Sean. And first of all, I really appreciate the super chat, brother. I really hope you had a good Halloween. Sincerely, that means a lot to me. So thank you. I'm just a whore for Michael Myers. But I will agree that if we get a movie like Resurrection, let's take a break for a little bit. Let's take a break. If it gets a little too long in the tooth for me, let's take a break. But we know Michael will never go anywhere permanently. But thank you. Thank you, Sean. You kick ass, brother. I really appreciate that. Supporting the channel, supporting me. Love it. Use the season of the witch mask to kill Michael on Halloween. Oh, yes. Halloween at 9. That's right. I don't know, John. I don't know. What's up, Ronan? Speaking of H2O, Nick, where do you rank Chris Duran's portrayal? Okay, I don't want to piss anybody off here because I just rewatched Halloween H2O 3 nights ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw me watching it. And I had people like chatting my story and messaging me and being like shocked that I was watching H2O. I'm like, I don't hate it. After watching it, I will say, very strong opening, very strong ending. Everything in the middle seems like filler I could have done without, aside from some Jamie Lee parts where you get some great character development. That's it. Everything else seemed like filler. Regardless, he's probably near the back for me, really. Although he's not bad, but I don't think he was a great Myers. I really don't. Yes, I have seen that deleted scene. Good point. Good point, Jaden. Yeah, a fresh take rather than a break. Oh, yeah. The door was still open. Oh, Sarah. Thank you very much for the. I don't even know. I'm going to sound like an idiot because I don't know what like Canada's form of currency is called. But regardless, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Sarah asks, do you think sometime down the future they might do a Halloween 3 sequel? Okay. Jason Blum has been talking about this. I think they're going to eventually, if Blumhouse gets the rights renewed again, which they say they want to, I think sooner rather than later, we're going to get a continuation of some kind. Now, whether that's a TV show, whether it's a spinoff, there's going to be some kind of continuation of Halloween 3. I really do think we will. Yeah. And Christian's not looking forward to it. And I don't know how I feel about it either. I really don't. I'd be okay if some of the original players came back. Michael's going to live off the land like Jason or RTH2, sharpening spears and eating dogs. That's right. He got hungry. I love H2O, but the second act feels like a Lifetime movie. Yes, it does. It does. Crying. It is a classic in its own right. You know, it's definitely one of the more well-made slashers of the time, for sure. They could have and they should have, Art. No, I'm not, Brooke. I genuinely don't know what it's called, and I don't want to sound like an idiot and say like, you know, Canada bucks. You know what I mean? Because then all you Canadians would be like, this guy's an idiot. I don't know. I know like euros. I know pounds. Pretty much it. Yeah. I'm not well versed in that. Nice Reanimator shirt, Sarah. Jaden showing some love to your Reanimator shirt. Halloween 3 sequel I would love over a Myers sequel. Like I said, I am open to it if we get some of the original players back. You know, got to be some input from Tommy Lee Wallace there. There has to be. I will not accept it if he's not a part of it in some form or fashion. A drummer asks, do you think you will do a top favorite moments? Oh, okay. A drummer. I was going to do that last night. That was going to be my upload on Halloween. My top moments from the Halloween franchise. So to answer your question, yes. Yes, I will be doing that. I just decided not to do it last night because I know a lot of people weren't on YouTube last night. Let's just be honest. And I was focused on, I had to work for a few hours yesterday because it's one of our busier days. So I was forced to go in. Then I took my kid trick-or-treating, and so on and so forth. So I was kind of distracted all day, and I just wanted everybody to, you know, just have a good night, have fun. Everybody asking where Justin's at. Justin is, I said at the top, for anybody that wasn't in here, Justin is taking a week off from YouTube. He said life's gotten a little hectic lately and he needs to get like reorganized and focused, and, you know, he's got to focus on some things right now. He is in good spirits. Don't worry. He's fine. Just taking a week off. Oh, okay. Sarah's favorite Myers is Dick Warlock. All right. I respect it. In between ends and whenever the next Halloween movie comes out, they should make a Halloween survival game. They've been needing to make a Halloween game for God knows how long. I'd buy that shit day one. Day one. Yeah, there were a lot of Halloween live streams, Art. That is a really good point. But that's the thing, is like, it's so oversaturated. Everybody thinks to do something on Halloween night, but a lot of people aren't watching on Halloween night. You know, a lot of, because we all have our traditions. You know what I mean? Like last night, I have a tradition. You know, I'm watching these specific movies on Halloween night every year until I die. Just tradition. Yes, there was the one on Atari. I remember. I will text him and let him know, Jaden. Favorite Myers is age 4. Yeah, Christian Hannah Horror would agree with you. He loves George P. Wilbur. 4 and 6. Random, I game on an Xbox One. I am an Xbox One guy. I play Dead by Daylight quite a bit, and I play Madden. And I have this love-hate relationship with Call of Duty. When a new Call of Duty comes out, I usually always get it for Christmas. My wife usually always buys me the newest one every year, and I'll play it for like 2-3 months, and then I'm done until the next Call of Duty comes out the following November. And it's like rinse and repeat. But in between that, I'm playing Dead by Daylight and Madden most of the time, and some old games that I love that I've rebought on Xbox Arcade because I played them when I was a kid on Nintendo 64. Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie. I've beaten both of those games like 10 times each. I usually replay them like once a year. Yeah, true crying. I watched the original Halloween, H2O, Sleepaway Camp 3 on Halloween, as well as a few Goosebumps episodes. Nice lineup. Yeah, I know, Linton. It's pretty sweet. Over 115 million so far. Still going. How you doing, Linton? See, for me, that's a good list, T. Parker. For me, I just make sure that I watch the original Halloween, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and Trick or Treat on Halloween night. I always make sure I watch those movies. Now, most years, I slip Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 into there as well, but I already watched it earlier this month, so I didn't need to. And sometimes Halloween 5, but I watched that the other night. I double featured 5 and 6. And sometimes Halloween Town, but I had already watched that too. So I did okay this year with watching the things I wanted to watch. I got around to most of them. Yeah, I think I got around to most of them. You should play Buffy the Vampire Slayer on Xbox if you're a fan. DVD mobile when I'm at work. Okay, wait, Jaden, Xbox? Would I be able to add you as a friend? JDead00. That'll be easy to remember. Okay, the main film you watch is Sleepy Hollow. Crying. I will not tolerate the slander. Everybody, look at this slander. Look at it. What do you even say to that? How dare you? Linton is good. Watched 78, 2018 in kills yesterday. Nice. Oh, Rudy, that's awesome. I'd love to go to those filming locations. That is my childhood. Can't wait for the Evil Dead game coming out in February. It should be exciting. Crying dies tonight. Crying dies tonight. Yeah, you just wait, guys. Halloween ends. Slow go. Halloween ends tonight. Halloween ends tonight. Halloween ends tonight. Where's the appeal? Tom Atkins. Duh. Dan O'Hurley. So it's a Juul. I don't actually have like legit vape. I quit smoking like 3.5 years ago. Proud of myself, but I still need some form of nicotine every now and then to keep me from exploding. And this is just like minty. Yes, Marge Gutman's face blowing up is awesome, and I knew someone was going to say something about Tom Atkins' butt, and I'm just glad it was Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. Thank you. Watch Cherry Falls. Nice, Ronan. People would love it. I agree. So I'm going to get with Justin to see what our theme is going to be for next week. Do you consider yourself more of an introvert or an extrovert? Brooke, I am definitely more of an introvert. That's why I like vicariously through movies a lot. People, it's ironic because when I was a teenager, like when I was in high school and middle school and stuff, really middle school, but I was very loud and I was like the class clown. And if I'm being real with you guys, it's simply because um, you know, I didn't get a lot of attention as a kid. I had a lot of siblings. My mom worked like 3 jobs. We kind of raised ourselves. Single mom, a lot of siblings. She worked a lot of jobs, so I didn't get a lot of attention at home. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be the class clown. I wanted attention. You know, I wanted people to like me for whatever reason that was important to me. But I still would have never considered myself outgoing, uh, which is funny because, believe it or not, I actually can sing. Um, you know, when I try, and I was in choir all throughout high school, and I had a solo every single concert. My choir teacher, Mrs. Baker, I love her to death. Um, she's still the choir teacher, as far as I know. Love you, Miss Baker. Um, she's the sweetest lady ever, and she never let me not have a solo. I made her cry once for a solo that I had in "Hey Jude" by the Beatles. And like after that, she was like, "You have to do a solo like every time, like you have to." And I'm very introverted. Like, believe it or not, I am quite introverted with people. Like, if I know you, I am definitely an extrovert. Like, definitely an extrovert. Um, but when you know random people and stuff like that, I'm very introverted. So like um when it would be time to like when it would be time for me to go up and sing my solo, like knowing it was coming up, I'd walk up to the mic and I mean, I would be like, I have really bad anxiety too. I take medication every night before I go to bed for my anxiety. So like I'd be near a panic attack standing at that mic and I had my eyes closed and like I'd feel like I'm about to pass out. And then I just start singing when my part came up, pretty much my eyes closed the whole time. And you know, and once I start, I'm good. But my God, um, man, man, it was nerve wracking. And then I was also a vocalist in bands with my buddies. I was in 2 bands, um, and I was a singer because I can't play any instruments. And anytime we'd play a show, it was the same way. Um, you know, it was the same way. Right before I would start singing, it would be like, "Oh my God," and then it starts, and I'm like, "All right, I'm good." Um, Rudy, so I planned on visiting my high school soon because I want to see some of my old teachers. And I'd love to see Miss Baker. She has recordings of all of those. And I funny story, the Christmas concert one year. I was dating a girl. I dated her for 2 years. And throughout junior and senior year of high school, and then right after high school, we split up. And she was at the Christmas concert in the audience my senior year, and I came up and sang my solo. God, in "Baby It's Cold Outside." Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was "Baby It's Cold Outside." Um, and like when I was done, like as soon as I was done, I'm not even shitting you. Like I heard it back on the recording, and it made me feel really good. Like I can't lie. Like you know, it makes you feel good. Like the crowd erupted and people were like, "Oh my God." And like after the show, like people were coming up to me in like the hallways and like parents and stuff like, "Oh, you did so great." And my ex was pissed, pissed at all the girls that were like congratulating me and cheering for me. She was pissed. And she like took it out on me. I was like, "What'd you want me to do? Go up there and totally fumble it?" Like, "Baby, like, no, no. By the way, those facial expressions were just for you guys. Like, I'm not gonna go up there and just shit the bed. Okay. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. You can't get mad at me. But I mean, we're just talking about random stuff now from my life. So I hope you guys don't mind to get to know me a little bit more. But yeah, she was so mad. And I'm like, "Why do you do not have a right to be angry right now? You should be happy for me." Like, because that shit is nerve wracking, man. That was scary. Like, you don't want to suck. And people tell you your whole life, oh, that you got a great voice, you know, this and that. You want that to be validated. You don't want to go up there and be like, "Oh my God, I actually suck." So that's a nice little tidbit. And I saw a comment uh, earlier in the live chat about Christian and I doing a collab. That may be coming sooner than you think. It has not started yet, but we've already agreed. We've talked about it, and we both want to tag team a song that you guys may know called House of Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie. I do the first verse. He does the second verse. We both do the choruses. I think that'd be really cool. But to answer your question, yes, we will absolutely collab. Absolutely collab without question. That'll definitely happen. The only singing I really do lately is in my car. You know, I think I'm like the shit in my car, I guess. I don't know. Any news on the Scout interview? No, she's giving us the cold shoulder on social media. But guess what? It's fine because she has a cameo. So Christian and I already talked about if we have to pay to get her attention via cameo, we will do it. So we're going to get Scout on here. Whether we have to pay her through cameo to get her attention or she finally sees us on social media, we will get her on the You Need a Horror podcast. Yeah, jealousy is a mofo. Yeah, she was, nah, not the best times. If she ever watches this, I hold no resentment toward you, okay? That was years ago. And I wish you the best in your future endeavors. But if you try to lie and say that you were not toxic as fuck in our relationship, you are on drugs. So if you ever watch this, I know you know I have a YouTube channel. I'm just going to say that. Danielle Harris is awesome, and I hope she will be in Halloween Ends. That'd be cool. But you know, I really think where I would love to see the series go from this point would be after this, give us Jamie Lloyd again. That's what I want. Yes, she did cheat on me. Yes, bro. Like I said, I don't care anymore. I really don't, and I don't harbor resentment at all. Dear God, that was 8 years ago. You know, that is ancient history to me. Like, I don't hold grudges, really. I really don't. Like, even if someone wrongs me, after a while, like really wrongs me, after a while, I'm just like, I don't really care. Whatever. Yeah, she sucks. Whatever. All right, we're not using this space. We're not doing that. I wish I had you all alone. Yeah. And don't worry, guys. I've never actually liked singing when I do that because I am way too like introverted at times to do that. So you'll hear my singing voice when I want you to hear my singing voice, which will probably be when CHH and I collab on a song. Scout is saying she wants to be in Halloween Ends. Yeah. Sure she does. Love you, Scout. I'm not hating. Pikachu is a babe. My wife or just Pikachu in general? My therapy session. Look, I need therapy for a lot of things, but past relationships aren't one of the reasons. I got over all that shit long ago. I really did. By the way, if you guys haven't left a like on this stream yet, please do. I would appreciate that. Makes me think that you actually like me. So, you guys got any questions? We're going to wrap up here in a few. Shoot some questions my way. I want to answer some questions for y'all. Then I'm going to order some DoorDash, some food, because they messed up my last order, so I have credits with DoorDash. So I'm going to get free dinner. And I'm excited for it. Sucks that Rob Zombie's Halloween got so much hate. They did. Brad Dourif and Scout were great. You're being subtle. Yes, the costume. Okay. Hey, crying. My Steelers are doing just fine. Just fine. Didn't we beat your Seahawks a couple weeks ago? I think we did. Yeah. Yeah, same, T. Parker. Horror films are my therapy. Absolutely. Why people say H2O feels like Scream? Genuine question. Maybe it's the lighting and stuff, but it just feels like a 90s horror movie. A big reason for that, Zach, is because they recycled a lot of the original score from Scream. There's a lot of Scream score in Halloween H2O. And also although Scream 3 came after Halloween H2O, they share a filming location. Scream 3 the finale was filmed where Hillcrest took place. So it just kind of like reminds you of Scream. The music reminds you of Scream. So I think that's just why they say that. Hello, Antonis. Oh, Cheesy gordita crunch and nacho fries coming in hot. You watched the You Need a Horror podcast, didn't you? By the way, they were out of nacho fries. They were out of nacho fries, Rudy. It was bullshit. Thank you. Although YouTube doesn't let me have these super chats for a month. So, but thank you for buying me a cheesy gordita crunch and some nacho fries next month. You're the bee's knees. You're the bee's knees, Rudy. And I hope you are doing well, my friend. I don't know about Chucky getting a second season. So far, it seems to be doing well. Don't forget Antrim. Hey. Okay. I got you, Jaden. I got you. Oh, yeah. And Kevin Williamson also helped write H2O. So that's another reason why people compare it to Scream. Just had a lot of Scream isms in there. I don't know, the feel, the look, the music. Like it did feel very Scream, which isn't a knock because Scream's fantastic. But for me, I think when people say that, they just kind of take, and like myself included, it's more of like Halloween didn't need to be like Scream because Scream was a product of Halloween. It was, an homage essentially to Halloween. Halloween should have just been its own thing, but Scream was popular, so they wanted to inject some of that flair into it. I get it, but Yes, Antonis, I ate candy. Yes, I did. I ate some of my son's candy because he does not need to eat it. He's not even 2 yet. It was a good night. How was yours, buddy? Hey, John, I appreciate that. Much love to you too, buddy. Thank you so much. You're a great dude. You are fantastic. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's really nice to hear. That's really nice to hear. And I miss my buddy Justin today. I definitely do. So if Justin watches this, he probably won't, but love you, Justin. John loves you. We love John. Love all around. Trekopedia, what horror show would you like to see return? Tales from the Crypt? Yeah, that's a pretty damn good one. I don't really know if I can top that one. I have not gotten it yet. I didn't order it, though, T. Parker, if I'm being honest. Is it fine to skip 3 and watch it? If you're talking about Scream, you don't have to see Scream 3 to watch Scream 4. Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't have to, but I think you should. Scream 3 is not as bad as some people say. It's really not. Yeah, I figured it would be bad crying. I didn't watch it. Yeah, it didn't look like it interested me at all. Brooke, what are you doing? Tales from the Dark Side reboot. Ooh, okay. I see you. Jaden from the top rope. Oh, yeah, crying. Crying will accept no Scream 3 slander. I do use Shudder. I do. But dude, it gets so like convoluted at times, and I get so bogged down with all the streaming services I use. At times, I'm like, shit, why do I have so many? I think I have all of them. Like seriously, I have Paramount Plus, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, Shudder, HBO Max, and Peacock. I have all of those. I'm like, dear God. At this point, why? Oh yeah, I'm sure. November 1st. All right, pull off Friday and Nightmare. Cheap bastards. But yeah, guys. I think that's gonna do it today for me. Yes, T. Parker, but I am getting caught up. We have watched a few more episodes. Give me a little bit longer, and then we can openly talk about it. Almost done with You season 3 as well. We're on episode 8 of You season 3. But yeah, guys, I am TCM franchise. Ronan, it's a good point. It's a good, maybe Christian and I are going to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre discussion on the You Need a Horror podcast really soon. Maybe we are. Oh no. We are. I don't know exactly when, but we are. We've already talked about it. So be on the lookout for that. You'll get my thoughts on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm going to eat some dinner. I'm going to watch some football. I'm going to relax. So to everybody that took part in this live chat, Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of you. You know, you kept the show rolling even without Justin, and it was fantastic. I had fun talking to you guys. Open forum. We talked about whatever. You guys learned a little bit more about my life and about me. I hope I'm not too boring for you. If you're watching on the playback, I hope this conversation with the chat was exciting. Little peek behind the curtain. Guys, on my Teespring, I have t-shirts. I have 2 t-shirt designs. They are both Halloween inspired. One is the original Halloween. One is Halloween 4. They are the Lost River Drive-In. If you guys haven't checked them out, please check them out. Teespring.com, the Lost River Drive-In. Grab yourself a shirt. That would be awesome. I'm going to make myself an Amazon wish list tonight for my birthday stream next month. And yeah, that's going to do it. I will put the Amazon wish list link in the description of this video once I finish that. But that's going to do it for me, guys. You kick ass. Love all of you. We're going to get through these post-Halloween blues together. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. And this is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In. And I'm going to say it. I'm pulling out. Ooh.